Bapak Ibu sekalian, saya perkenalkan, beliau adalah co-founder dan saat ini menjadi Vice President Waqf Internasional Malaysia. Beliau menulis buku tentang The Islamic Gold Dinar dan Theft of Nations Returning to Gold. Ya, Masya Allah, beliau ini ilmu di balik penggunaan dinar dan emas gitu. Sangat-sangat menguasai. Memperoleh gelar magna cum laude PhD di bidang keuangan dari University of North Texas, Amerika Serikat. Pada tahun 96, pernah menjabat sebagai dekan dari Institut Perbankan dan Keuangan Islam di Universitas Islam Internasional Malaysia. Dan saya perhatikan juga banyak banget ini peserta dari UIIM ini ya, Masya Allah. Sepertinya murid-muridnya Profesor Ahamed semua ini. Selain mengajar, beliau adalah pendiri dan Vice President Waqf Internasional. Baik, Bapak Ibu sekalian, beliau akan menyampaikan tentang bagaimana pengelolaan, pendirian gitu ya, dan ekspertis beliau, juga beberapa insight terkait dengan model bank wakaf untuk mencapai ekonomi Islam yang mantap gitu, Masya Allah. Kepada Prof. Ahamed, kami persilahkan.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Ibu Citra, boleh dengar saya ya? Boleh dengar ya?
Iya Prof, cukup jelas Prof.
Okey, terima kasih. Yang dimuliakan Profesor Dr. Muhammad Noor, Ketua Badan Wakaf Indonesia, Bapa Wijayanto, my fellow speakers Pak Zaini Osman, Profesor Aditya, dan para pemerhati wakaf ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, presentasi saya ni dia campur bahasa dengan English, boleh ya?
Ya, boleh Prof, siap.
Okay. Okay, today title of my presentation ni Ubaid Wakaf Economy Model. Satu model yang tengah dipraktikkan di Indonesia, Malaysia, Filipina dan Thailand. Towards the attainment of a pristine Islamic economics and financial and social system. Itu pembentangan saya hari ini. Yang kita sebut di sini baldatun thayyibatun wa rabbun ghafur. Insyaallah itulah matlamat dia. So when I was in the university, in order to attain a pristine Islamic economics system, in my own view, ada tiga perkara ya. Satu, the system monetary must be riba free. Yeah, riba free. That includes money and financial transactions. So that's why I banyak tulis pasal dinar, sebab that involves the money and financial transactions yang kita, yang perbankan Islam dan sebagainya. Yang kedua is wakaf based economy. Tapi masa saya keluar dari university, saya belum tahu model yang sesuai. Apakah model yang sesuai dalam bentuk wakaf base yang boleh diguna pakai, walaupun dalam diri saya tahu ada wakaf adalah solusinya, tapi masa itu saya tidak tahu ya. Dan yang ketiga adalah Islamic education. Islamic education yang diintegrasi dengan skill building, science dan also character building. Ini yang ketiganya. Tiga-tiga ini mesti ada for us to achieve a pristine Islamic economics and financial and social system. So this one, dinar ni banyak I buat tulisan dan pernah bentang banyak kali di Indonesia pun. This one, Islamic education, saya banyak juga buat kajian. Tapi Alhamdulillah baru-baru ni saya jumpa seorang yang bernama Dato Abu Ubaidah yang pelopor Bank Wakaf International. Bank Wakaf International ni adalah satu yayasan yang ditubuhkan di Indonesia. Walaupun Dato ni dari Malaysia ya. So this model ni attracted very sesuai untuk mencapai this wakaf based economy pada pendapat saya. So I will present that. So sebab saya pun sudah join dengan beliau. Sebenarnya beliau berada bersama saya. Selepas ni kami nak pergi untuk satu mesyuarat berkenaan dengan wakaf farming. Wakaf farming. So jadi kalau ada soalan, beliau ada, boleh tanya dia sendiri ya. Okay. Alright, ini Dato Baidah. So nama Ubaid Ekonomi ini saya yang bagi nama, bukan beliau, saya sendiri. Now, dia begini, the structure is like this. Dia ada wakaf investment. Jadi dia start dengan business juga. Dia gabungkan wakaf dengan investment sekali, this model. So the model is, bila beliau invest in any business, dia macam ni, 10% diniatkan untuk wakaf. 60% of course bila dia invest for himself, and then 30% ni untuk entrepreneur yang mengusahakan business. So this is how the net profit is divided. Jadi any business yang dibuat 10% mesti ke wakaf. Dan 10% wakaf ni di management, di managed according to like this. 40% for wakaf reinvestment, di invest balik, 30% untuk mawquf alaih, 10% untuk microfinance ataupun microfinance, and then 10% untuk reserve fund, reserve. I'll come to all this in a while. And 10% untuk operation. Operation ini untuk management, untuk payment of managing the entire this. So there are these 5 bubbles ni. Just remember these 5 bubbles. The wakaf ni ada 5 components. 40% reinvested, mawquf alaih, microfinance, ada reserve asset and operations. Now this reinvestment money, wakaf, this can be also invested back in the business. Any business, it may be the same business ataupun business yang lain. So when you do that, when we do reinvestment, it happens like this. The reinvested money, it becomes the investor. The reinvestment is now the investor. So when this money is invested in businesses, jadi 70% akan accrue for the wakaf fund dan 30% untuk operator ataupun entrepreneur. So jadi first level is 10% for the wakaf fund. Second level onwards is 70% or 70%. Yeah. So this is the reserve fund. What is done with the reserve fund? Reserve fund ni macam for contingency purposes. Sometimes you will face problems or some calamities or shocks, economic shocks can happen. So the reserve fund is used to as a buffer, as a buffer. So 40% of the money for reserve is put in land and properties by for example, to save land or family land, save them so that it doesn't go to other sites and so on. And 20% dalam gold and 40% in cash and shares. So generally, if you notice, it is kept in liquid form so that easily you can convert into cash. This one is rental generating or income generating. So you can easily convert to cash. So it's kept liquid, tapi it grows. So any country that, for example, even Singapore, you see when they have good reserve, the economy is good, then the exchange rate of the currency is good, and so on. So similarly, when we manage the funds like this, so the ecosystem of the wakaf becomes strong when you have reserve fund like this. So reserve funding follows, for example, the story of Nabi Yusuf alaihissalam, di mana 7 tahun, 7 tahun good during prosperity time you save, and during the drought time you spend it. That concept is being used. So right now the 30% of mawquf alaih is it is being done for food security, focusing on food security, where wakaf farm, food processing, animal feed and so on is a target. So the meeting we are going afterwards is actually for wakaf farm ataupun wakaf korban. So next time, if I have time, maybe we can later explain what it means. Today there's no time because only 20 minutes. So and Wakaf Health is is already running. We are already trying to make these medical services affordable to everyone. It's already running. And then Wakaf education, where you make education affordable for Tafiz school and so on. Yeah. And Wakaf property for lodging and affordable housing and so on. So if you notice, it's all important areas Health and education is actually for development of human capital. Food security is also important, and this is for housing. All, as you can see, it's like basic necessities. Yeah. So the operations component is actually to manage the fund. So if you, the bank Waqf, which is basically the Wakaf fund, the brand name is Bank Wakaf. So for the Bank Wakaf, the management of it, the premises, the office staff, the money, the gaji will come from there. And since this Wakaf model, it is what Dato would say, Wakaf tangan atas. It means it is internally generated through business, and you are actually spending it for Wakaf. It's not that you wait for somebody to give you some money, cash Wakaf or anything. Yeah? You wait or land to be given, then only you invest. No. This is basically most internally generated. So when it's internally generated and you invest in businesses, then there are the risiko dia, because mostly on musyarakah and mudarabah basis. Jadi you need to have professional fund managers, just like Pak Zaini Osman was saying. They employ professionals, people who know how to invest, people who know. Then you have to pay them the market value, the market salary, and so on. Yeah, and also IT and systems digitization. This is an important area. Even Professor Muhammad Noor identified, which is also very recognized. We must use IT for improvement of efficiency, and the modern generation all uses handphone and so on. So we have to use this for the operations and running of Wakaf. So this is how the operations are done. So I mentioned this already about the reserve fund. Okay, this is the surah from the Quran that mentions that when you give in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's like growing one spike, and then each spike of the have 100 grain. But our Qari today, Ahmed Azizan, was reciting this verse, yeah. And what this is important highlights is that when businesses start to give Wakaf, as Dato Baido said, you will see your business actually grow tremendously, because this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guarantees in the Quran that is 700 times already. That's minimum. So in the Akhirat also, you'll be rewarded. So the structure is made to be, okay, you give, so that it comes back multiplied many times. So that is the concept being used in the business, the 10%. So when the process goes invest and then reinvest and so on, so the Wakaf fund actually grows exponentially because of this. The first level, this is time, let's say year 1, year 2, year 3, and so on. The first level is 10% of the profit goes for Wakaf fund. But the second level, when the 40% is reinvested, dia akan jadi 70%. So the next one is 70, next one 70 like that. So because of this, the fund will grow. Yeah. Now many people follows this model, Dato's model, throughout, particularly from this region, from Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and so on. Of course, there are also others in Cambodia. And there are some inquiries from African countries and so on. But currently, most active is in this region. So imagine when many businesses want to contribute like that, 10% of their net profit to Wakaf to be managed by Bank Wakaf. So here you are pooling the funds. This is where the concept of mu'awanah that Pak Noor was mentioning, that you bring a synergy. Once the funds come together in a pool, it becomes powerful, dashat. So this is the thing. So the pooled upper hand. This is a pooled upper hand Wakaf fund. It's still not lower hand. All these are all like subsidiaries to the Bank Wakaf. You all have say in it. It is not that you take the money and then the one who gave the funds doesn't know how the funds are being utilized. So this is the structure of the Bank Wakaf, taking funds. So the Bank Wakaf actually manages major 4 funds, which is, one is people are investing money, so it's an investment fund. 10% will go to Bank Wakaf, the rest will go to the entrepreneur and the investor. The reinvested money will go to profit, 70% will go to Bank Wakaf, and also the reserve fund. But of course, the other one, the Mawquf Alay and the Mawquf Alay and the micro finance is also managed. Okay, even though I didn't write here. Then that's another one, which is the cash wakaf, the sunduk or tabung wakaf. This may come later when people themselves give. Okay, I want to give so much of money or gold or something to be used as wakaf. Yeah. Currently, this is not but this is the working one. Is all internally generated. So therefore, the Bank Wakaf International is a trust fund. The moment you have given it as a wakaf, it does not belong to you. It belongs to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So on earth, it basically belongs to the Ummah. Yeah. So it's a trust fund that is being managed in the interest of Ummah. It does not. That is the uniqueness of this bank compared to other Islamic banks or conventional banks, where you have shareholders who own the bank. Here, the bank is owned by Ummah. Okay, that is the structure that it goes. Now, this one, I mentioned this already, only to show that while some businesses may give a certain, like 10% of the net profit as wakaf, others may also give percentage of sales. For example, we have the mud, Tafiz mud in Malaysia, and that gives 1% of the daily sales as wakaf. So imagine, normally when people give wakaf, at the end of their life, they might give a land for wakaf to be used as a masjid for masjid or as a cemetery or something or building. But here you are giving wakaf every day. And the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that it will be come back to you 700 times multiplied. Yeah. So remember, so the businesses that can generate income on a daily basis, cash on a daily basis, can follow this model. Now, here, this is the uniqueness of the entire structure when you put all these businesses that is contributing to the bank wakaf, when you put them in and they're all interconnected, they actually strengthen each other. So let's say this is a poultry farmer. The poultry farmer ataupun yang bela ayam, ayam dan bebek. So let's say they contributing 10%, then the bank is having money, right? But for example, in Malaysia, only about 5 or 10% of the ayam is actually produced by Muslims. They buy from the non-Muslim farmers, and then they slaughter according to Islamic principles. So we know we need to now empower the Muslim farmer. So the bank wakaf can finance for expansion, upscale the business. So you can, but when Bank Wakaf uses its own funds to upscale, then of course 70% of the profit will come back to Bank Wakaf, 30% for that component for the farmer. So basically, what you're doing this, the investors and entrepreneurs, you are strengthening each other in such a structure. You're connected in. So for example, this you can see this picture. This is in Indonesia. This is a meeting day between investors and entrepreneur. So here's a person, he's pitching for funding. What is he pitching for? A kebun kecilku, So he's pitching for funds. So if the team or investors or bank wakaf finds that, his business is good, we should invest, then he will get the funding. And where the funding comes from, it is actually a funding that is a trust fund that belongs to the Ummah. Yeah. So this is the structure of so this is the logo. And this is the Bank Wakaf logo. It's from Ummah for Ummah. Yeah. Now this is one example of actual. This is the last year's data for wood business. And this is a sawmill that is in Indonesia, that is part of the Bank Wakaf group. So this is you see the net profit is 70% for last year. This year so far it's about 50% because the COVID. As a little bit of reduced the profit at the time, but it's still highly profitable. If you put in your money in fixed deposit or something in Malaysia, you get 3%, 4%. See, this one gives much better returns. So this is the monthly cash flows. In the monthly cash flows, this is how much operator gets from net profit, and this is the wakaf component. See, this is the wakaf component given monthly, and this is reinvestment, wakaf reinvestment. Invested. So this is how the wakaf component grows. And now one thing interesting about the structure here is that the net profits are generally distributed on a monthly basis. You don't wait for annual. You make the closing of account almost like a monthly basis, so the investors can get monthly cash flow, and basically it targets passive income for everyone. Passive income. So, for example, if you see this diagram, let's say this poultry farmer has investment in all these businesses, and then this medical doctor also have investment in all these businesses, and the poultry farmer becomes sick, for example, then the other businesses are working for him. Okay, so you actually, that's why I use the word strengthening each other. So you will tend to have target passive income for everybody. Yeah, this in this model. So just to recap, Bank Wakaf is a global trust fund that belongs to none but the Ummah. From Ummah, for the empowerment of the Ummah. Yeah. But the structure, you see, if that is the structure where you have businesses all contributing, so you are actually, it's like managing, this is what my word, it's like managing a mini treasury of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on earth already. You are responsible. So it comes with a big responsibility, it comes with big accountability, the Bank Wakaf, right? So because it comes with a big accountability and responsibility, the success factors of Bank Wakaf, at least I see here three. One is, first, you must have good governance, you must have transparency. Yeah? So how the trustees are in later, how they're chosen, for example, what are the SOPs, So here we were, like Dato Ubaida was looking at like our IOFIS Wakaf governance standards to be adopted, So professional management, this one I mentioned earlier. You must use people who are trained and know how to manage funds to be inside. Then only you can see the success. The third is the risk factor. Because you're putting your money in Mudarabah Musharaka, then you must know how to manage a risk, business risk. Not only business risk, even character risk. Sometimes the person may look so good and you put your money there, then you might find your investment kaput. So you must know how to manage this kind of risk. So these are some of the success factors for Bank Wakaf that we see. So just like Prof. No was saying, IT and digitalization is very important. One of the ways to improve transparency and governance is actually to use a modern IT like blockchain. With blockchain, you can have some smart contracts, you can have online investments by people just using their mobile phone, they can invest. And inshallah, by next month, an app is being developed such that you can even see when you invest, you can see your daily sales in any of the businesses you've invested. Then you can see a dashboard that shows how much of my, collected for the day for the Wakaf contribution to the fund, how much has been distributed to the Mawquf Alay, and so on. So it will be transparent so that you can see, it's data driven. So investment will be data driven, and also information is also data driven. So, and also you will have monthly investments, the beneficiary, the reserve reports, all this will be, it can come through IT and digitization. And modern, youngsters, they are very savvy with this. So we have to go in this path, yeah. So this is actually, I was comparing between the conventional bank, Islamic bank, and Wakaf bank. Maybe, because due to time constraint, I'll just skip this. Maybe you can later look at it from the slide that's given. Good thing about this is that in this model is that it promotes and the practice of Mudarabah and Musharaka, and the risk sharing principles. These are the pristine principles in Islamic finance, if you ask me. If you look at the present Islamic banking, most of the financing is on Murabaha basis. Murabaha is actually debt financing. They buy, they mark up, and then they sell to you on credit, give you 20 years, 30 years to pay back. So it is actually debt based. Yeah? Because the Islamic banking it is forced to do that because of the convergence when it works within the present banking system. But here you can actually go for pure Mudarabah and Musharaka principles. Yeah. Okay, let me skip this. Now, what are the major benefits of Wakaf economy? This model is that it actually creates jobs, employment, and it keeps the individuals and the system debt free. It move away from debt, and it creates a riba-free economy, a riba-free economy. And it guarantees, because it targets initially the education and health, but of course later it will go for other areas. For example, we have the food security is there, food security, home affordability, transportation, communication, utilities. And So this conference, you see, is a Wakaf, productive Wakaf utilities. Yeah. So utilities, these are all the areas that you will have to target into the future. By doing that, it gives a social security for everybody in the economy, whether you are rich, whether you're poor. If you look into, for example, in Ottoman, the Wakaf system, even in Turkey today, you go by the street, you see even Wakaf for food for kucing liaran, stray cats, even for dogs, it goes until that level, that you enjoy and share the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with everybody. Now this is what a system like this targets, yeah. Um, and so it moves towards an upper hand gift economy. Today, when we are in the current system throughout the world, most Muslim nations, we see we are in the lower hand all the time, looking for something. But through this way, you move towards an upper hand gift economy. This is what it targets, and the creation of a caring and compassionate society. So anyway, there are many things. I don't want to go into details of it, including the very detailed economic benefits. Where actually it has many, but I'd like to share with you one model. Before that, you can also see the three things that bring a continuous reward when after one passes away. One is seorang anak soleh yang mendoakan, and the other is an ongoing charity, sadaqah jariyah. So the Wakaf is a sadaqah jariyah. Once you put it in there, you once, even after you die, it will still bring rewards to you. So the structure of your business in putting the Wakaf component in it is amazing. When I say this model, I feel I can see the path where you can achieve an Islamic economic system, a true Islamic economic system, within the present system that is actually currently dominated by the ribawi system. But we can still, go in this path. So that's the beauty of the system. And of course, the third one is knowledge that is acted upon after him. So even when we leave any knowledge, that includes even the knowledge of Wakaf, Then, so that's the beauty of the thing. So this Wakaf and the business that you're doing, as we can say, is tijaratan lan tabur, a business that doesn't end in losses. This is a word from, I get it listening to Dato when he explains. These are the words that come up from his mouth. This is a business that does not end in losses. So if you move forward, let me this let me highlight a little bit on this between tax and Wakaf. When Wakaf grows, then you'll find that the government may not need to collect too much of taxes in order to finance public finance. A lot of public, the utilities, the affordable housing, jalan raya, ataupun bridge and things like that will be Wakaf funded. And Wakaf is voluntary. When someone has a lot of funds, they like to give so that to the people. So it's voluntary. Whereas tax is compulsory. People try to evade tax here, put here, and then a lot of negative characters will come, and because of so we need to move towards Wakaf. Not we are totally anti this thing, but Wakaf makes people to give in a voluntary basis. You see, and when we give Wakaf, the non-Muslims can also enjoy. They can also enjoy the benefits. So it's embedded with justice or adil, ihsan and rahmat or rahmatan. This is the three elements in the bank Wakaf concept, and it actually looks into the entire its operations, focusing on the maqasid al-sharia. Whatever this thing, what is the maqasid? When whatever decisions made is based on the maqasid. Now this is the goal base. One thing I like about this model, it is also moving towards goal base. Why? Because gold preserves the wealth. So this is, for example, I got a 0.25 grams. Can you all see this? This is by Bank Wakaf gold. You can see the logo there. So this people buy. When people buy this gold, it's a good time. We believe it's a good time to buy now because the gold price will be rising in the current. So when people buy, the bank Wakaf makes some profit. That profit goes to Wakaf component. Currently, we have a Kase goal. This Kase goal is using the profit to finance healthcare for people who cannot afford currently. Yeah. So, to give you an example, how it can be used for maybe a farmer. For example, gold-backed Wakaf mats, for example. Let's say how it works. I'll just give you how it works. So let's say this is a mat, a family mat or whatever. You would like to invest in this. So what happens is that first it sells, Bank Wakaf sells gold like this to the people. So the first component of profit is already there already. The first component is already, a Wakaf component is already there. So the more people buy gold there is already, you are actually also in it. But notice, it is not taking the Wakaf from the people. It is actually from the profit it gives the Wakaf. Because if you add the, Wakaf to the profit, then the price will be higher than the market price, isn't it? No. So just from the profit, we go, we give it to the Wakaf. Now, people are holding the gold. So what you do, it will be unproductive asset if you simply keep it in it. So how do we turn it into productive asset? So we take back the gold, as we encourage those who bought the gold, give it as investment to the bank Wakaf again. But part or all of the profit we'll be investing in, and part or all of the profit will be intended for Infaq. If you want all the profit, you can take it. You can decide. But if you say, I want to give part of it as Wakaf, part of it as for yourself, also can. Or you want to give 100% as Wakaf, also can. All right? So you give the gold, but the gold will be still yours. It will remain as yours. It will be given back to you. You see? So how the bank Wakaf will do that? We will take the gold and put in a bank using as a collateral. Something like a Rahun concept. Yeah, we put the gold, but it's collateral with the bank, and the bank gives like about 80% of the value of the gold in cash. But the gold will be kept under our name, okay, as Chagaran only. Yeah? So we receive the gold money from the bank, and we will invest the money in a Wakaf, and the profits from this is how it is distributed here. Whatever I mentioned here, is it part of the profit for the person who gave the gold, or all, or zero? When zero means you're giving everything for Wakaf. And bank Wakaf, when it makes all the collection of Wakaf here, it can use it for beneficiaries. You see that? So, for example, now bank the Wakaf Mud in Malaysia is giving daily sales, 1% of the daily sales to grow the Wakaf fund. Right? So a structure like this, it actually empowers the economy, beneficiaries, Wakaf-based projects, the creation of jobs, and so on. What is the benefit to the person who purchased the gold? The customer's gold holding protected, then the value is likely to increase. See, there's already a gold value likely to increase in the current scenario, the global scenario. Then the fee for safekeeping of the gold, the zakat, the taxes, any taxes, all will be borne by the bank Wakaf. And the revenue sharing, there's also revenue sharing possibility. And you are actually, when you do this, you're actually helping the economic empowerment of the Muslim Ummah, the Muslim business. You see that? So this is a basic structure. But in bank Wakaf, there are many, Wakaf-based businesses and activities, actually, many. I'm just giving because of the time constraint. I just show you one here. So this is a Tafiz mud, you see? The mud in buy more, Wakaf more. They are supplying the goods to the. So let me just show you one more, then you can I can end it because it's already 12. So you see this. Sorry, I've taken too much time. So just one. I'll stop here. So you see this is a Wakaf hospital, and how do you make it affordable through the Wakaf? How can Wakaf Bank make healthcare affordable? Well, a hospital has capex and opex. This is the capex, capital expenditure for the building, the equipment, and so on. OPEX, for example, the doctor, the medicine, and so on. So if you go to a hospital, in a normal hospital, you actually pay for both. In your bill, all included. But what Bank Wakaf can do, it will come and cover the capex as much as possible. Pay the buildings, for example, for equipments, for example, is covered through Wakaf. So a patient comes and only pays the OPEX. See? So there are ways, in that way you reduce. So we can do it for Wakaf school like that, Wakaf school. Farms also, we can make farm produce cheaper. We can make the price of foods to come down if people can have Wakaf farm, and so on. So basically that is I would like to end here because I don't want to take too much time to take into other speakers' time. So thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.